Hello, this is Danielle Yawowiecka with the BBC News. Health officials in southern Iraq say at least 42 people have been killed and dozens injured in a fire at a hospital treating coronavirus patients in the city of Nasiriyah. A spokesman from the health ministry said the victims died of burns at the Al Hussein Hospital. Here's Steve Jackson.
This was an isolation ward where all the patients were being treated for serious cases of the coronavirus. Footage from the scene shows a wall of smoke and flames rising from the building, which appears to have been completely engulfed. The police have suggested that an exploding oxygen tank is the most likely cause of the fire. The blaze has now been brought under control, but a search is still taking place of the building, and there are fears that many more bodies could be found. There are also some reports that angry relatives of those who are missing have clashed with the police in front of the hospital.
Cuba's government has said the mass street protests that took the country by surprise on Sunday had been planned for months on social media platforms. The Foreign Minister, Bruno Rodriguez, said millions of dollars had been allocated by the United States to fund opposition groups. In a televised address, he urged President Biden to lift US sanctions.
El presidente pide al régimen de La Habana.
The president calls on the authorities in Havana to listen to the Cuban people, to alleviate their needs. It would be good for President Biden to listen to the Cuban people, who in recent years, yesterday and certainly today, have spoken out against the blockade, and to listen also to United States citizens about the lifting of the Cuban blockade, to lift the 243 measures that were inherited from President Trump.
Thousands took to the streets in cities across Cuba to demand democracy on the communist-run island and more vaccines to protect the population against the coronavirus. The French Health Minister Olivier Véran has warned that any healthcare workers who don't get a coronavirus vaccination will not be able to work and will not be paid. Earlier, President Emmanuel Macron announced that they would have until September the 15th to be vaccinated.
Vaccination will be made compulsory without delay for nursing and non-medical staff in hospitals, clinics, retirement homes, establishments for the disabled, and for all professionals or volunteers who work in contact with the elderly or the frail, including at home.
The South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has urged people across the country to shun violence and stand firm against those who want to destabilise the nation. Several days of violent protests, sparked by the jailing last week of the former President Jacob Zuma, have also seen looting across the country. Mr. Ramaphosa said the military had been deployed to help stop it immediately. You're listening to the World News from the BBC. The United States has renewed its claim that China has committed genocide and crimes against humanity against Uyghur Muslims and other minority groups in the Xinjiang region. It comes in the State Department's annual report on genocide and atrocities prevention, which also expresses concern about alleged atrocities in Myanmar, Eritrea, Ethiopia and South Sudan. Speaking at the report's release, the American Secretary of State Antony Blinken said the US was committed to using its resources to prevent potential atrocities around the globe.
We want to change the story that we've seen play out too many times. That by the time senior policymakers are fully engaged, many people have died, the costs of taking action have risen, opportunities for early intervention have been missed.
A new study says that smartphone and satellite technology can help indigenous communities in the Amazon to significantly curb deforestation. Researchers in the Peruvian Amazon found that forest patrols equipped with remote sensing data were able to reduce tree losses by half in the first year of the project. The Iranian authorities have unveiled a dating app which they say aims to facilitate lasting marriages. They claim it'll create healthy families at a time when family values are under threat. Alan Johnston has the details.
The new app is called Hamdam, meaning companion in Farsi. It was designed by a body that's part of the country's Islamic propaganda organisation. It's claimed that the app uses artificial intelligence to find matches for bachelors seeking a permanent marriage and just one wife. Users will have to undergo a psychological test before they start searching for a partner. Dating apps are widely used in Iran, but the country's cyberspace police have said that from now on only this new, state-approved one will be legal.
That's the latest BBC News.